Hey guys, what's up? My name's Jack, and today I'm going to be making a video tutorial on how to make your own YouTube thumbnails for your videos. In this case, for the tutorial, I'm making a thumbnail for Matt's video, which is the 50,000 jet kills, which is the featured video on our channel, so it should be right at the top of the page. And yeah, so I'm using, in this instance, I'm using Adobe Photoshop Elements, which I was lucky to be given a copy of. But if you're using something a bit more basic or free or whatever, you can probably achieve the same results as I'm going to. I'm not doing anything too complex. I'm just going to be putting an effect over this background image that I have here that I loaded up earlier and putting some text over it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up a new file, and you want to have the width set as 1280 and the height as 720. These are the dimensions for a YouTube thumbnail. Make sure it's in pixels. I don't fuss with the resolution, all this stuff. I'm not really too comfortable with Photoshop, so I'm not really sure what they do, so I just, yeah, anyway. So we have a template here. Now, this is an image I loaded up earlier that I decided I would use as the background image for the thumbnail, and I want to put it onto this template. So what you want to do is you want to grab your rectangular marquee tool. You want to drag from corner to corner pretty much. Make sure you don't miss any of it. And from there, to get it onto the template, now that we've selected the image, you want to go Edit, Cut, then go into your thumbnail template and go Edit, Paste. So now we have the image that we want to use as the background, and we have it on the thumbnail template. But obviously, as you can see, they're not the same size. So to rescale it, we want to grab the corner and just drag it smaller. You don't want to touch the vertical or horizontal scaling, because it will throw the image out of whack and make it look a bit distorted, either like tall, skinny, fat, or narrow. Just by chance I did that perfectly, so I'm going to go OK. So yeah, now we have our background image, which is now our layer 1. It is aligned with the thumbnail template. So I want to put an effect on this. I picked one out before that I thought looked pretty nice. I like to just make them look, I like just fiddling around with the filters, etc. So I'm going to select this layer. I'm going to go into my filters. You could pick a filter from here, or these like different genres or groups, but you don't get a preview. So I like to go filter gallery. There's all of them in their different categories. And the one that I am going to use for this image, which is conveniently been selected, is paint dabs or daubs, however you say it. I was going to have, obviously you can fiddle with different elements of the effect. I was going to have my brush size at 3. And the sharpness I had at 16. I think I'm going to stick with that. We'll go 17. So yeah, that's going to be the final result. Looks a bit more like a like a drawing, I would say. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, not going to do a whole lot more to it. I'm just going to put some simple text over it and make the text a bit more appealing. So we want to create a new layer, and we want to make sure that the new layer is at the top, so that whatever we put in this goes over the background. So I'm going to grab a text box. I'm going to make it nice and big. I found that if you make the text box small, it's harder to fiddle around and alter the text, but if you make it big, you've got a lot more room for error pretty much. So the title of this video is 50,000 jet kills. Now what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to go OK. I'm going to bring it down here, and I actually want to make this a little bit taller than it is. I'm just going to drag it down. I think I've already got selected as bold text, and the font I'm using is Shadow Card Gothic or something like that. Shadow Card Gothic, good guess. And the color I have at the moment, I've got it as a blue. I think I'm going to stick with that. But at the moment it's a bit plain, obviously, because the rest of the image is sort of blue. I'm going to go select my text layer. I'm going to go into effects, and the first thing I usually like to do is put a bevel on the text. Basically what a bevel does is it makes it look either like it's indented or it's protruding from the image, so it gives it a sort of 3D feel. You got a whole different range of bevels. In this case, I think I might select this one, the simple sharp outer. So once you've selected your bevel, if you double click it, it'll put it on the text as it is. But you can go into your settings, which is here with the gear icon. You got your bevel, which is selected, and you can fiddle around with it. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger at about 10 pixels, I think. And then you can alter it to be up or down. In this case, I think up looks a lot better. I think I'm going to put a glow, and in a glow, I'm going to have it quite small though. I don't want it to be overpowering. And I'm going to put a stroke. So I'm going to have my stroke maybe a little bit bigger than what I have the bevel. So basically the stroke is going to cover the bevel, if you can see where my mouse cursor is, and I'm going to have it go a little bit bigger as well, so it gives it an outline. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the lighting. You can make it look nice and round. If you get the lighting correct, you can make it look quite good. So I think in this, yeah, I think that'll do. I've just got it at 145 degrees. Just do whatever works for you guys. You can fiddle around with all the options, but I think I might leave it at that. If you go back to our layers, I'll just click out of that. So this is basically what we have. You know, I think this is pretty much what I wanted to achieve. I mean, maybe you could fiddle around with color to get something a bit more, something that contrasts a bit more, so the text is a bit more eye-grabbing. And in fact, that actually looks better than how I had it before, so I'm going to leave that yellow. Yeah, so basically that's it, guys. That was just a quick, simple tutorial on how to do it. Now, one thing that you need to remember though, if you're putting it as your video thumbnail, you want it, when you save it, you want to save the file as a JPEG image, not a PDF. Usually what I do is I save it as a PDF first, so that if I need to, I can go back to it. A PDF basically leaves it as it is, so when you open it, it'll bring it up in Photoshop. You can edit all the layers. Whereas if you save it as a JPEG, it's just one image where all the layers are put together. And yeah, so, and that basically makes it for a smaller file size, which makes it easy to put onto YouTube. So yeah, and just before I wrap up, I just want to say that I've been using this ezvid recorder, which is a free software. I'll leave the link in the description, and I'll put a screenshot of the channel, the web page. Yeah, so it's free and it works excellently. I've been using it. It's great. And yeah, as I said before, I'm using Adobe Photoshop Elements. Not everyone's going to have that, but this is a pretty simple tutorial. I think most people could achieve this on other programs. So yeah, definitely give this video a like, subscribe if you enjoy it, check out our other stuff, and yeah, give us an inbox. You know, I wouldn't mind doing making other people's thumbnails if you'd like them. Yeah, definitely just hit us up with a message. Okay, thanks guys.